Hello everyone. I'm really excited to be able to tell you about the 200 million minutes reading challenge that will be launching on Thursday, March the 4th this year. 200 million! Wow! I can't imagine 200 million of anything, let alone 200 million minutes. Anyway, the reading challenge has been set up by an organisation called Achievement for All. They want everyone in the world to learn to love reading and make sure that all children and young people, no matter what their backgrounds, engage with literacy. Well, reading and maybe a bit of writing. Reading, they say, is the first step in the way to achieve a brighter future. So what is it with this reading that they think is so important, that everyone all over the world should be able to do it? Okay, so imagine that you're a galactic traveller. You live in, let's say, Mars. You've watched videos about the Earth. Quite exciting. You saw a video about libraries, nice friendly places where you can get information about things. So your first aim on your first trip to Earth is to get to Ealing Central Library to get some more information. Now, you happen to have arrived slightly off target, not at Ealing Broadway, but on Ealing Common, which actually, with a big open grassy space, was a better place to land. On the roads beside Ealing Common, you can see people getting on buses. But there are quite a lot of buses, so which bus is it? There are lots of squiggly lines and things all over the outside of these buses. What are they? Oh, you're starting to feel a bit upset. Oh, you don't really know what to do. You think you want to go home, so you pick up your Martian phone and get through to your Martian mum and your Martian dad, and you say, "Martian mum, Martian dad, I don't like being here. It's not very nice. I landed in the wrong place and I don't know what to do and I just want to come home." Hey, Martin, calm down. What's going on? You're in the wrong place. I landed on Ealing Common and I have to get a bus, but I don't know which one. Okay, so Marty, you're in the wrong place and you have to get a bus. Yes, I'm at Ealing Common and I want to get to Ealing Broadway, but I don't know how to get there. Okay, Marty, you've forgotten. We gave you a guidebook. Don't you remember The Martian's Guide to an Exciting Week on Earth? You check out what you want and you read what you have to do. Okay, check out Ealing Common. Okay, checked out Ealing Common. Yeah, Ealing Common. Got it. Okay, so now check out which bus to get to Ealing Broadway and read what the answer is. So check out which bus to get to Ealing Broadway. And the answer is the 207. The 207. Oh, I can see one now. Right, I'm going to run quick and catch it. Bye. See you again soon. And in no time at all, you're arriving at Ealing Broadway and there is Ealing Central Library. You go in, rather like the look of the place, and you go up to the reception desk and ask to join up. The librarian gives you a big smile and you ask for your name and your address. Mars? Well, that's the next bit of the story for another place and another time. Right now, let's get back to this thing about 200 million minutes, this thing about reading. When our funny little Martian friend Marty arrived on Earth, there was a problem, landing in the wrong place. How did Marty solve it? By reading. Not reading 200 million words, but just enough words that made the difference between feeling completely helpless and feeling that now the problem can be solved. Of course, Mum and Dad did mention the guidebook, The Martian's Guide to an Exciting Week on Earth. feeling upset, Marty had forgotten all about it. So Mum and Dad's help really made a difference. And also what the teacher had shown, working out the letters and the words to be able to read. So instead of feeling helpless, Marty solved his problem by reading. And Marty, Dad, Mum and the teacher have become a real team to support Marty to have a bright future that Achievement for All talks about on its website. You can chat to people, of course, about information, but by now, with hundreds of years of people collecting information and writing it down, there is far more information than any one person can know. And reading gives you the power to find out so many things. Why does the sky look blue? What makes leaves look green? How to make a cake? How to start a new garden? How does an aeroplane stay in the air? Why do people want to plant more trees? The list of questions is endless, and so is the information that you can read. Where can you read these things? Well, in books, magazines, on websites. If you're not sure where to find such things to read, try your library for books, look for websites, keep an eye out for magazines, ask at school. Sometimes it's interesting to find out what other people are reading, maybe what their favourite book is. And then we start going into the place of the imagination, where you start reading stories, sad stories, happy stories, frightening stories, stories that make you laugh, stories that give you a glimpse of how other people feel about life, how other people are like you or not like you, stories that take you to different places, stories that take you to different times, back to the past or into the future. And if you don't like one story, well, try another one. There are so many stories. There will be one for you, one that captures your imagination. So how does this make a brighter future? The power of reading rubs off on other things too. It means that you can remove obstacles that otherwise get in your way, like Marty did. It means that you understand things better. It means that you can communicate better, and that develops your confidence. You just feel better. And feeling better means you can do practically anything in the world. There's a great comment from a young person in the Achievement for All website who says, "I am proud of the model I made of the Antarctic. Just think of it, I would never have thought of making a model of the Antarctic or taking such pride in it." And there must be 6 stories to tell you about that. Oh, and thinking about stories, there's still the story of Marty, which we left on a bit of a cliffhanger. Well, how's that story going to go on? Will Marty join the library? What was the librarian going to think? How to explain to the librarian another world, like a piece of music that could have come from somewhere out in the galaxy? What story could make up a story about this? So try out writing some stories or writing some poetry and enjoy your reading. And do take part in the 200 million minutes reading challenge.